Welcome to World Business. As the International Carpet Festival prepares to unfurl in Baku, World Business turns its spotlight on how Azerbaijan's ancient traditions are weaving new economic opportunities. From limited edition art collaborations to billion-dollar global demand, this festival is more than a celebration of culture. It's a showcase of how heritage fuels industry. Organiser Mr. Emin Mammadov explains how rural women, young artists and global collectors are now the backbone of a fast modernising sector. With international buyers, interactive exhibits and educational forums, this year's event is set to turn tradition into a thriving global enterprise. Well, I got a chance to sit down with him. Let's take a listen.
Mr. Mammadov, thank you very much for joining us on A News. The International Carpet Festival is upon us. Tell us about the event. What have people got to look forward to?
First of all, thank you very much for your time and inviting me here today. I have to tell you one thing. So last year, we decided to create the Carpet Festival. And of course, last year, as you know, as you do first time, it's like a test festival. So we didn't make it huge and international, and then we didn't expect so much fee, so much interest. And it was amazing weekend, last weekend, positives of May. And I'll tell you why exactly it takes place also May. Because probably it is unique, because we had holiday of an official day of carpet weaver in Baku, which takes place on 5th May, with the degree of the best president, Ilham Aliyev. Since 2016, 5th of May, it's a Carpet Weaver Day. And last year, by chance, of course, to the Sunday, and this idea came to me, why not create it? And we did it, and it worked very well. And you have seen the photos and videos from the previous festival. So this year, we already decided, of course, we're gonna do it, of course, the camera is moving, but we will do probably every year the first weekend of May. And this year we're doing it already international. We have amazing just for the forum registration. We have people who registered from around the world. And also, what is very important for us, our main partner is top two magazines, world magazines about which are based in London, about the rocks and carpets. One is a cover magazine, another one is Hello Magazine. And we had actually chief editor visiting us, and she will be doing the coverage, and also she's one of our speakers in the forum.
So an opportunity to show to the world Azerbaijani skills and heritage, but also truly international experts, renowned people from Japan, Italy, all coming to the festival.
Exactly. First of all, of course, we would like to show to the world, because Azerbaijani carpet and Kakistan, this region, are very famous around the world. And if you follow the top auctions, you always see the Azerbaijani Karabakh carpets, Muba carpets, Shirvak carpets, always for the top auctions, sold very, very extensively. And they are exhibiting in the top world museums around the world. So that's why for us, of course, it's important to keep the tradition. And we want also what is our model, one of the most important targets is that carpet is not becomes part only just history. Because yes, it is a cultural heritage, it is our wisdom, but to make the carpet become a part of the 21st century. As I always say, you know, as any part of the art, it's music and the painting, sculpture, whatever it is, it's constantly moving forward. Why not carpet to move forward? Why not carpet to become part of our today's life? That's why we have collaborations with the top world and Azerbaijani artists. We do collaboration and create contemporary pieces. And we say these contemporary pieces in the rocks will be the antique carpets of the 21st century in the future. That's why we invited, and we're happy that they accepted our invitation, as you just mentioned, with speakers and experts from Japan, Italy, Romania, Georgia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, We is just people who know a lot and they will know their people. That's why we're doing the forum and the fest.
Yeah, it's very interesting what you say about this not just being something from the past, but also skills and opportunities for the future. And we were saying, you were talking off camera to me about there's a lot for children at this event too.
Exactly. Both days of the festival, and we just were talking to you that we have 1 day of forum and plus 2 days on the festival. We do a lot of events, not only for us, but for children. For children to understand what carpet is, because it is art. It is art of carpet. We always say it's a piece of art, and that's why we want children to become parkour, to create their own, using the traditional elements, but create the contemporary piece. That's why we have an amazing program, both days long. So you are invited, and we inviting everyone with the families, because it will be program for adults, different. We also, as I just mentioned, we're doing the different exhibitions, the contemporary galleries in the old town. They will have solo exhibitions with the contemporary artists who are using the carpet in their pieces of art.
Do you detect something with younger people that is almost like a yearning for traditional crafts, for painstaking skills, for real artistry, if you like, always as a reaction towards a culture of video games and AI? We worry so much, don't we, that new technology is going to take away some of these skills. But I guess in your industry, it's more about a fusion of both of them.
I would tell you, yes, it is fusion of both of them. If I talk about Azerbaijan as our organization, we're a unique organization in all region, from the main part of it that 85% of our employees are rural women.
Very interesting.
We have 40 active studios around Azerbaijan, with more than 500 ways permanently working with us. And this is, as I just mentioned, it's a rural woman. They keep tradition, and happy to say that what we have started a couple of years ago, average age was around 55, 60. Now it's below 40 average age of our weavers, which makes a carpet tradition still leading, because we bring the younger generation. That's why we're doing the program for children. That's why we created contemporary pieces to make carpet be part of our contemporary. We are artists who are doing the digital art, what you just mentioned. Based on traditional carpets, they create with also amazingly contemporary pieces, which are already you don't see as a piece of carpet, but you see it on the screen. And it's a moving ornament, creating a contemporary stuff. So it is important to not to lose the tradition, but make it contemporary.
And I guess in order to do that, there's a big role for education, learning, lots of material, lots of activity around, making sure that those skills can be passed on to the next generation.
Definitely, because I'm also associate professor in our art academy, and we have the carpet weaving department, and we have a lot of teachers and students attend the forum and the festival. And they will have also master classes with the students, with the school children, and of course we say small ones to understand what is the carpet. Then during the festival, all town will be fully covered with carpets. They're not be only hang from the buckets and the windows. They will be covered. All the streets will be covered, and you will see this year, but based on the photos which you have seen last year. This year you will see what's going on. People sit down, take pictures, they jump on it, they dance on it, and it is so much fun.
It's interesting as well, because obviously this is an area that the art world is interested in, but also the business world too. I mean, it is a huge industry. Obviously there's the carpet industry, then within that there's the more artisan side of things too. But this is a multi-billion-dollar industry worldwide, and I guess to some degree reasonably insulated against the volatility of markets and things, and a market where demand seems to be growing steadily.
It is true, because of course the machine made in carpet industry is certain. We're here talking about handmade carving. It is a big industry. And as I mentioned you a little earlier, we have started the collaboration with the contemporary. And Yuri Gitesa will be presenting our collaborations. That collection which we do it, for example, we do limited editions. Some editions, so some with some are edition of 10, some with some are edition of 20. And you won't believe it, we sell them so quickly because collectors from around the world, they buy it. And they are not cheap at all. But they know that they're buying a piece of art, which is the edition. And they know that they could be, for example, we did the last year collaboration is our famous artist. Actually, she's based in, she's originally Azerbaijan. She's based in Italy. She's in Italy. We did collaboration with her. Big piece, triptych cars here, which exist 3 pieces, and in the edition of 10. And they were sold out during the presentation in 2 hours. And the only 2 or 3 pieces was stayed in Baku. The rest went around the world, where they purchased the collection from Switzerland, from Georgia, from Russia, UK. So the pieces go around the world. And we see the future of the carpet weaving, especially in that piece. Yes, the carpet we can see here, the traditional carpets, which are also producing and weaving, and a lot of people buy it, and they work perfectly with contemporary interiors, with lost interiors works very well. But also, as I said, the collaborations, that pieces are not cheap at all, but personal buying, they know the collectors and they know the price and cost they go.
So finally, we know Baku is a very international city. What would your message be to people who perhaps are in town this weekend on business, or tourists, or family members visiting? What would your message be to them about the events?
We will be happy to see everyone Saturday and Sunday, both days, all day long, in Isha, Old Town of Baku, which will be, as I said, will be a lot of fun. Music, dancing, different performances, children program. We have also collaboration, for example, with FBAL, and they bring in and Burit gonna be there because what we did, our previous is collaboration. Burit has contemporary approach to traditional card ornament. That's why they're coming with the simulators for the younger generation also, or all the generation also to also try. We have amazing tractor, which is fully covered. And we don't know what will be more, just a Apollo tractor, which is fully inside, outside. It's like piece of art also. So that's why we try to attract everyone to come. And of course, we're thankful for gastronomy. So spend all day long with us. I'm there all day long. We'll be happy to meet everyone who is coming.
Sounds good. Emin Mammadov, thank you so much for joining us on News.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look at how the markets have done this week.
U.S. stocks rallied on Thursday with the Dow gaining 0.2%, the S&P 500 adding more than 0.6%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq climbing 1.5%. The Dow and S&P posted their 8th straight session of gains after strong results from megacaps Meta Platforms and Microsoft eased concerns about artificial intelligence spending. Microsoft surged about 7.5% and closed at its highest level since January, driven by an upbeat quarterly growth forecast for its cloud computing business, Azure. Nancy Tengler, CEO and Chief Investment Officer of Laffer Tengler Investments, called Microsoft a must-own stock, even at lofty prices, along with 2 others she said were integral to the development of AI.
Broadcom, the poor man's NVIDIA, as we call it, and NVIDIA are names that you really do have to own if you believe in this trade and this evolving technology. You're getting an opportunity to own NVIDIA at a price earnings to growth ratio of well under 1 times. That's unheard of for a company generating the kind of growth they expect to generate in coming years. So I think you really need to be in those names for the next 3 to 5 years, not for the next 3 to 5 weeks.
Fellow tech giant Meta Platforms gained more than 4% after posting higher than expected revenue on the back of a strong advertising performance. Meanwhile, shares of Amazon, which closed up 3%, fell by at least that amount in extended trading after the online behemoth reported lower than expected first quarter cloud revenue growth and forecast operating income below estimates. And Apple, also reporting after the close, narrowly beat Wall Street expectations as consumers stocked up on iPhones ahead of President Trump's tariffs. But shares fell in after-hours trading as investors remained focused on how the company's efforts to work around those tariffs, such as shifting some iPhone production to India, will play out in the coming quarter. And mobile chip designer Qualcomm plunged nearly 9% after it forecast a hit to revenue from Trump's global trade war.
Well, that is all we have time for on this edition. Please do stay in touch with all the latest business news on anews.tv and across, of course, our social media channels. And join me again next week for more World Business.